SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Milwaukee Black Talk on 101.7 FM.
The Truth.
And 1510 AM. W269DL. Milwaukee. A Milwaukee Black media company. FM. This is the Tap In with Jazz Tyler. I am your favorite producer, Mech. Got a couple fill-ins with me for a second. Ray, Nitti.
What's happening?
And Manon decided to stay back for a minute, chop it up with us, have a couple conversations. How y'all doing, man?
Man, doing good, man.
Tapped in, baby.
Yeah, let's tap in.
Tap in.
Get well, Jazz, too.
Tap.
Get well, Jazz.
Get well, Jazz.
Yeah,
we
Jazz.
got you. It's Wednesday, usually hump day. Y'all doing any, humping?
Not yet.
Look, when I'm out of here. But it's all good. We talking vibes today. Let's set the vibe off right, Nitti. What's up?
Man, what's poppin' with you, man? It's my daughter's birthday today, bro.
Happy birthday to her.
20 years old.
She
20.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're getting old?
Yeah, absolutely. Before I had a 20-year-old, I was fit. Chill out, Zach. Don't start.
Hey, this show gonna be crazy.
2 minutes in, Zach. Chill out.
2 minutes, you already clowning.
But yeah, bro, I've been feeling it for a while, bro. Keeping it 100.
Yes. Old vibes.
Yeah.
We're talking vibes today,
vibes,
so that's
man.
an old vibe.
Bones just ache.
Yeah.
You can sit down and just feel like a pain behind your knee.
You feel
Be
the
like,
pain.
yeah, dang, I got a 20-year-old.
As you get older, I feel like I don't be wanting to get up sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes the toughest thing to do as you get older is go to sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
Not for me. I'm knocked, bro.
There's some days I got trouble.
For real?
Yeah, I got trouble, man. Like the older you get, I'm 47, man. It's some days I'm like, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
Some days I want to stay up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know a lot of times you miss them days where you can stay up. You gotta go to sleep because you gotta get up the next day and work. So you try to force yourself to stay up.
Yeah. So how you feel when you get up? Like you said, your bones be cracking,
Man, so
crackulating.
I know I still be feeling somewhat tired, bro, when I wake up. But I also know that's because I need to change my lifestyle to a healthier lifestyle. Get back working out, back eating right, stuff like that. Especially as you get older, bro.
Yeah.
Them body parts don't function and process the way they used to.
What
Your liver slow down. That works fine. Chill out. Chill out, Zach. I'm not doing this today. This is a show about kids and youth.
But we talking old vibes. We letting them know.
We're talking about bones. Muscle aches.
But at what age?
We got no deficiencies.
At what age do y'all feel like?
Real bad man.
At what age did y'all start feeling the effects?
30.
40.
Felt like as soon as I turned 30,
Yeah.
phantom aches.
But you was pretty active though.
I was active, but I was 40, like literally that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled out the bed, an instant backache.
I think probably I was like 34. I got the feeling like, oh my God, yeah, like backaches
Yeah.
a little bit. You know, you been down and catch spasm.
Yeah.
Back be on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever like walk and then like stumble to get the stumble?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
knees kind of give out. Yeah.
Just going up the stairs
Going
sometimes.
upstairs, man.
Man.
Oh, like that instant stop.
Yeah.
The pause on the stair.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't
old
never just stood up and then like had to sit back down. Like, damn. You know what? I ain't finna go.
Yeah, Truth Nation, how y'all doing? 833-212-1017. We talking old vibes. Old vibes.
Old vibes. Yeah. I'm 40, being 47, almost 50, man. Yeah, you definitely feel it. You definitely feel the old vibes, man. Yeah.
So what y'all do to stay limber in a sense?
What?
What? Is that what you do to stay
Like, active?
I mean, I'm not doing what I should be doing.
Yeah.
You know, but I'd like to start waking up and going back to the gym. For a while, I was going to the gym like at 5 in the morning, you know, and putting like 2.5 hours in. And then life speed up and you get out of routine, then it'd be hard to get
It'd be
back.
that one day you just stay, you just stay sleep till 6:30. You're like, you know what,
then,
I'll go tomorrow.
That felt so good, I got to do it again.
Yeah.
That recovery.
Yeah. I think what I'm doing now is I got this 6-year-old that's always just in my ear, man.
Yeah.
He always running in playgrounds and stuff. So yeah, you can't miss.
Yeah. My sons decided to keep me active.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I'm chilling. I'll go sit on the couch. They like, no, we going. You going outside with us?
Yeah.
So gotta stay active with them.
Around.
Yeah. And then it's like, you know, they 10, 6. So I get to thinking like, okay, I gotta stay. I gotta be able to race them.
Yeah.
At that age.
Yeah.
You know, I might lose.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be able to race them though. Like
Man,
at least
I'm
get
a
out there and try.
I'm a park bench daddy though, man. Like I'm the daddy that like go as long as she can climb the monkey bars.
Yeah.
She, you know, because you know how you have to hold the baby up, do the monkey bars. She can do the monkey bars. I'm straight. I go sit on the park bench. I sit, man. Listen, and get it right on my phone.
Yeah, I still be racing them. I ain't raced my kids in a while. They still not faster than me. But right now, it might be over with.
It's over.
I be so nervous about just like tearing an Achilles
Hey,
or ACL or
man.
something, bro.
I tore mine.
You see what I'm saying? And
That's
here
what
I
I'm
am.
saying.
I
How was
don't
you
even
did
know
that?
karate like Manon.
How would you did that? Because I be scared to play basketball.
I was 42.
See, everything happened when he was 40. I'm 39.
See? Yeah, bro.
So I mean, I quit being
I'm 42, so I ain't lost an Achilles yet. So you got some time. You straight.
Okay, you 28-year-old Zach back there.
Right. Acting like he ain't 2 for 30. You gonna be feeling these pains in 2 years.
We trying to let
right?
you know, man. Zach, this is how I feel.
I'm gonna be doing that yoga or whatever it was called. So I'm gonna try to get on that tip.
You better start now.
You better,
Yeah.
Start
Gotta
now.
start now. Like I said, I've been active with my sons, and it keeps me going. For a minute, I was waking up stretching before I go to sleep. That's probably the best thing. You know what I mean? But because as you get older, you get to wondering, like, am I going to get that belly?
Man, I got it.
I got it.
I got it. It's here, boss.
Yeah.
It's here, boss.
Am I going to get that belly?
Hey,
that
listen.
fold over your belt. Then cut you under your belt.
Don't matter what size shirt you wear.
Your belly roll.
No matter what size shirt you wear,
Belly roll,
it
jelly
shows.
roll.
You just start wearing black.
Yeah.
Everything black.
Everything blends in with black. Man, listen, I'm slim, but man, I feel it though. Like I don't know if I can get a whole lot of extra weight, but dude, yeah, I got a roll.
I got a roll.
Now be doing push-ups on his show.
He like a $180, $175.
He got a roll, man.
Probably weigh like
I got a
175 pounds.
I got a bankroll. You don't got no belly roll.
Yeah. Truth Nation, let us know.
100 push-ups.
You older now? Let us know. When did you start feeling old?
Yeah.
How did you maintain it? How did you keep yourself young?
Hit us up on the chat, man.
Yeah.
Because this is a very interesting thing.
I mean, we trying to find out though, because I feel like I'm getting old because the numbers getting up there, but just being around the kids and the youth, it just you don't feel like it mentally. You know what I mean? So, and that's another thing too. When you get mentally old, does it wear you out? Or
yeah, I was just talking about that, man, like to my doctor this morning. And I was like, man, I'm going through something right now. And she was like, yeah, it's a lot of people, a lot of people going through, certain things during this period of time where stress is taking over and it presents brain fog and all that. Yeah, when you get older, man, you start forgetting.
Yeah. Go to the refrigerator. Can't remember
why you went to the refrigerator.
Can't remember why you went to the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Leaving out the door without your keys.
Man, that's or the wallet.
Yeah.
I probably ain't seen my wallet in 2 weeks.
I mean, it's somewhere.
Ain't nobody using it yet, so I know it's around.
Yeah.
But man.
Yeah, I done that. You go 5 minutes with thinking like, what was I finna do?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of a mental old.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That was just last night. I don't know what my wife sent me downstairs to go get something like a phone charger off the counter or something.
You went down there, sat down.
Bro, 5 minutes, I'm realizing, what the hell I'm in the garage for? I'm in the garage, dog. Like, why am I down here?
Yeah.
What?
Damn. Yeah.
I mean,
I went, man.
He looking at you right now. Look,
This morning, I'm
like, trying to think about it.
Yeah. This morning, man, the baby is somewhere else in Milwaukee. And I woke up and I was like, I know I'm supposed to be somewhere and take her someplace. I was like, damn, I don't need to do that. But like my thought was, trying to remember where I was supposed to take her. And I didn't have to take her there, but you're always forgetting something.
Yeah.
You always forgetting something though, especially at this age.
I mean, everybody at this age get to thinking like, you should have it all figured out, even with health or even just like keeping yourself upbeat,
Yeah.
keeping the vibe going.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about it more when we come back. 833-212-1017, Truth Nation. Talking old vibes. How y'all feel?
Oh.
Don't go anywhere.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flysshf.org and ask for an application.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative,
and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
You can't buy a best friend. You can love them, walk them, pet them, and care for them, whether they want you to or not. You can take a picture or 50. You can fly to the moon, travel the world, or just stay in bed. You can't buy a best friend like that, but you can adopt one. There are millions of pets waiting for a best friend just like you. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Tap In on Truth 101.7 FM. It's your boy Ray Nitti filling in for Jazz Tyler today. Shouts out to Mech stepping in, Manan stepping in earlier. We gonna work this out, y'all. We gonna have a good day. We gonna figure it out. Through the fire, right? So it sounded like they had a real good conversation yesterday. I didn't get to catch the show, but I heard it was amazing engagement. So I'm gonna make sure I watch it on the playback. You can catch the playback to all of the Truth shows on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. And you can find us on, what's the website, Zach?
Like the Civic Media website? Or
Yeah, where they could hear the replays.
1017thetruth.com.
1017thetruth.com, where you can replay it and hear yesterday's conversation with Jazz Tyler and the Tap In crew. Filling in for Jazzy today, once again, get well. So today, we're going to be talking about relationship. It's relationship talk. It's a Tuesday. Ain't it Wednesday? It's Wednesday.
It's hump day.
Says, are we talking or just reacting? We just reacting up here. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Are we talking or are we just reacting? I'm interested to know what just reacting even means. What does that mean, CC? We should force CC to come in here and sit down and answer these relationship questions. A couple people been asking about you too. She like, who?
That's exactly what she said.
Yeah, she like, who? Come in here, let's talk about it. Come in here, let's talk about it. Man, so opening question to you all. Once again, the number is 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017. Have difficult relationship conversations become harder in today's dating culture? Have difficult relationship conversations become harder in today's dating culture? That's what we want to discuss today. And then we got some more questions that we're going to be getting into. But is it hard to have the difficult conversations in relationships? And what is a difficult conversation? What's a difficult conversation in a relationship? Something like, oh, who's this chick? Is that considered difficult, or is that pretty standard these days? But I think we are in a society right now where everybody communicates differently. And for me, if you listen to the lunch break, you would have heard some of my story, where the examples that I had in the household was, I grew up in an abusive household. So how adults communicated difficult conversations, it didn't look like a positive experience for me. So that shaped how I wanted to communicate or have difficult conversations, or not have those conversations, for the lack of better words. I know one thing for me when I was younger is, as I stated, I saw a lot of domestic violence and stuff like that. I saw my mom get abused. I saw my dad yell, curse, use violence as a form of communicating how one felt. So for me, I always strived to be completely opposite of that. So for me, in my younger years of dating and whatnot, communicating for difficult conversations looked a little bit different. It looked a little bit different. So because I was somebody that did not like to deal with arguing or yelling or things of that nature, I would just shut down. I would shut down in relationships. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to raise my voice, because I felt like the examples that I saw when people raise their voice, they start raising their hands. So I wasn't communicating, it was like, all right, I'd just be like, all right, cool. All right,
I'm
cool.
not gonna argue with you.
Yeah, straight up, because you just know where. You have examples in your mind of where hard conversations lead to, and that's not what I wanted for myself or anybody that I was talking to or dating. Now, in me shutting down, now this is just a male's perspective, and me as a male, I can't speak for every man on Truth Nation, but when I shut down, that me thinking, because I'm not arguing back, it made me think like, okay, I'm letting you talk. I'm not going to argue with you. You have this space to go ahead and say what you would like to say. And I'm not going to respond because, we see how those things go. But in shutting down, that also didn't fix the problem. In shutting down, it created even more problems, because now it seems as if you're avoiding, or you're not talking to me, and we need to talk to resolve this. And then so I had to find a healthy median as to like, okay, how do you express the emotions that you're dealing with? How do you go about saying the things you need to say in a manner to where it is received and it doesn't come off as if you're being aggressive and so forth. So I had to work on that. And I'm still working on it, because I still prefer not to argue or indulge in any kind of, violent conversations or misunderstandings or things of that nature. 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017. Right now, we are asking the question, how difficult relationship conversations become harder, have difficult relationship conversations become harder in today's dating culture. And today's dating culture is very, very interesting out here. They say what the young people be saying, the dating pool got pee in it or something like that is what they be saying. Oh, that's not young. You haven't heard that one yet either. So maybe that's still my era. Maybe that's still my. You haven't heard that one, CC?
Say the saying again.
They say the dating pool got pee in it.
Y'all said it got diarrhea in it.
Diarrhea is crazy.
Yeah.
Is that from a personal experience, CC?
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it. But damn, Sierra. Oh man. I apologize. But yeah, man, today's dating culture is extremely interesting, in my opinion. And thank God I ain't dating right now. I'll say that too. Thank God I'm not in the dating. I've been married for going on, about to be 15 years. Aww. 15 years, man. I haven't had to deal with the dating pool. Is that how they do it? The little hearts like that?
No, they do it like this now.
That look like GD. What is that, Meech? But yeah, man, dating for me, I haven't had to date. So, what is the dating pool like out there, y'all? What is the dating pool like? What are people presenting these days to the dating table? You see all of these different blogs and conversations on how they want somebody to approach them, or what's the one thing they say? Oh, you can't take me to Cheesecake Factory for the first date. It'd be like Cheesecake Factory is not an acceptable place to take somebody on a first date. So I'm like, all right, the conversation is acceptable. Sierra say, okay, cheesecake is cool. So I'm like, we already starting off having difficult conversations. If you don't even want Cheesecake Factory, I think we got to manage our expectations better. I'm not saying lower our standards or lower your standards by any means. I'm just saying, let's be realistic with some of the things that we ask of people. And then like, don't ask of people things that you wouldn't ask of yourself. So, yeah, we want to know, man, how are you handling difficult conversations? I know they was talking about yesterday. They was talking about password sharing and things of that nature. How do you deal with that difficult conversation when she says, "Hey, you know what? Let me get your password to your phone." You giving up your phone password, Zach?
Depends who it is. It depends what she needs like to look at.
No, just
basically no. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you're not doing it.
You're gonna get upset.
Yeah. So my wife got my password, but that's like not because she's like, I need to have your password. Like my phone be locked, and sometimes my phone is used for, the parties that we throw at the crib. So it'd be like, oh, the code to unlock it is XYZ if you need to change the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, but you're not gonna go snooping.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh yeah, I gotta have that because without that there's no trust. And it's people in relationships like that though. It's people in relationships like that feel like if I don't have access to everything that you're doing, then I can't trust you. And do you need to have access to somebody's private messages or life in order to be trusted in a relationship? How are we dealing with those difficult conversations in relationships? That's what we're talking about today. Then we got Kathy. Kathy, how you doing? We're talking about no password.
I'm doing great. I'm going to tell you something about passwords and what this gentleman just said. I understand that him and his wife is doing a business, they're running stuff, and you're married. But anybody that demand your password, checking account, password to a phone, they can skip me. Matter of fact, we don't have to even date anymore, talk anymore. We're not even going to be friends. Keep your nose out of other people's business. If you're that insecure, see a psychiatrist and stop bullying people, and domestic violence starts from there, okay? You don't need nobody else's stuff, and I don't want no one to tell me, well, you don't give it to me, that's because of so-and-so. No, I don't look at your mail and open it up when the mailman come, don't look at mine. I mean, what are you afraid of? If you're afraid someone is messing with someone else or seeing someone else or trying something else out, maybe you need to move on. But there's a lot of people, it's like bullying people or domestic violence. You're starting to own me. You don't own me, and I don't want to hear about the insecurities. Well, if you love me, you this, you show it to me. Well, first of all, if we loved each other, we'd be married to each other, okay? Let's just get real with each other. I don't want to explain nothing about a password to me, and somebody asks me about it, I'm going to look at them like, I know you didn't just say that. Don't be giving people your stuff. Young folks don't give your information out. You're going to have plenty of love, and they'll need to have all your damn information. God bless you. Stand up for yourself.
God bless you, Kathy. Thank you for calling in. You are a member of the Truth Nation. Yeah, she said, we ain't giving you no passwords. You don't need no passwords to love me. Don't go anywhere, y'all. We need to get tapped in a little bit more in this conversation. You are live on Truth 101.7 FM.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't let summer pass you by. Turn it all the way up at Summerfest. The music, the moments, the memories you'll replay all year long. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. June 18th through 20th, June 25th through 27th, and July 2nd through 4th. Your soundtrack to summer starts here. Get tickets now at summerfest.com.
Make your home and family safer by properly getting rid of nasty chemicals and fire hazards. MMSD's Home Hazmat program offers 3 drop-off centers that are open all year long. It's fast and easy. You don't even have to get out of your car. And it's free to visit the drop-off. Lithium-ion batteries, old gas, propane tanks, they take all of that and more. For a list of things you can and cannot bring, locations and hours, go to MMSD.com. Milwaukee County residents only. No businesses.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to health care and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. Community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
Are people around me safe when I vape? Science does not support that belief. Exhaled vape emissions linger in the air, affecting indoor air quality and bystanders in the same space through secondhand exposure. Vaping emissions can also accumulate on clothes, hair, dust, and furniture, leading to exposure risks to bystanders of all ages. And vaping around a pregnant person can lead to serious health impacts on fetal and childhood development. Enough with the puff. Learn more at ul.org/vaping.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, Truth Nation, to the Tap In on Truth 101.7 FM, located in downtown Milwaukee in 3rd Street Market Hall, live from the American Family Insurance Studios. Speaking of American Family Insurance is a proud sponsor of The Truth. For almost 100 years, they've been committed to helping families protect what matters most. Your home, your vehicle, and the dreams you're building every single day. And if you're a part of the Truth audience, you already know you work hard for yours. That's why having the right protection in place matters. American Family helps you stay ready for whatever life brings, so you can focus on moving forward. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. How y'all doing, man? We back live, man. Is it I wonder if they got relationship insurance.
I don't think so.
I feel like something you should be able to, look, we giving American Family some game, man. Figure out what the framework look like for relationship insurance, because it sounds like it's needed in this dating culture. But we talking about a few questions here. I got another topic here. Bring this up, y'all. We talking about relationships. I guess yesterday they were giving, and once again, if you need to watch back, visit us on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube to watch back what they were talking about yesterday on the Tap In with Miss Jazz Tyler. Next question we have is, do people communicate their feelings, or do they expect their partner to read between the lines? That's a good one. Do people communicate their feelings, or do they expect their partner to read between the lines? I could see a couple different scenarios playing out with this, right? I do feel like you hear women say men don't ever communicate their feelings. They don't ever show the emotions that's needed in order for women to understand. And, men expect women to read between the lines. Whereas, we may hear that
women are way more vocal about how they feel and expressing themselves in relationships and so forth. And, you know, I don't know if people are still just communicating how they truly feel, right? And it's one thing, like, I do think we have an issue with, we want to communicate our feelings so much that when a man finally is communicating his feelings and being vocal and not shutting down, oftentimes, I'm not going to say all the time, oftentimes men feel like they aren't being listened to. They feel unheard. They feel like, all right, like, you want me to be this, you want me to speak and speak up, and now I'm sharing, but you're not hearing. You're just listening to respond to me, to be like, oh, blah, 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 and discredit whatever it is that I was probably once holding in for a long time, and now I'm finally letting it out, and you didn't even take the time to really listen to it properly. So I think it's two things with that. Yes, one, we aren't communicating our feelings properly. And two, when people finally become vulnerable enough to communicate their problems, they aren't granted that space and grace to be heard. It's often a quick, you know what I mean? It's often a quick jump back as to, oh, well, this is that. And all right, are we communicating or are we just arguing? And I think a lot of times it just be a lot of arguments. What's y'all thoughts out there? 833-212-1017. We just heard from Miss Kathy when we were talking about, you know, does somebody need your passwords and stuff to show trust in relationships? And she said, no, that's controlling. And I agree. That's very controlling. It feels kind of prison-like, if you ask me. But that may also stem from a level of trauma they may have experienced in their previous relationship that has made them insecure about, you know, other people's phones and so forth, because maybe the last person did something. And I know we'll say, well, don't project that on me. That's what the last person did. So yeah, we just we're having a good time here, y'all. Having some questions. What is this next one we have? Next topic is taking space after an argument healthy, or can it create more confusion? So that's kind of like what we was just talking about. I'll ask it one more time. Is taking space after an argument healthy, or can it create more confusion? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say, when they say taking space, they're referring to, like, after you argue, then I guess somebody in the argument decides to hold that space and I'm assuming prove their point. I think that's how this is framed. So is taking space after an argument healthy, or can it create more confusion? I think if you are taking that space to respond and show that, okay, I was listening to you and I heard you and I understand you, and I'm going to implement changes to some of these things we communicated about or argued about. If you're just taking up space in an argument after an argument, just to be trying to hammer down your point, or you just completely ignored what the other person was talking about, and it's like, or, you know, what people like to do is be like, oh yeah, I hear you, but, like, I hear you, but I ain't listening to you. That's really when I hear you, but, and that's what it sounds like to me, in my opinion. But is taking space after an argument healthy, or is it just create more issues? I think it depends how you show up in that space. Like I said, if you show up like you're understanding, you're really trying to get to a resolve in the argument. You're not trying to keep it going. You're not trying to just dig and keep digging, but you're really trying to listen and understand and get to a resolve so we could move forward harmoniously. Then yeah, take that space up. But if you just taking the space up to just be, I don't know, mad, angry, spiteful, just to say something else hurtful, we like to do that a lot too, as humans, not just we as men or we as black people, just we as humans. In an argument, we like to take up space in an argument just so we can say some other hurtful things because we may feel away. And if we would just slow down a second to just listen to one another, we might be able to understand each other a little bit more and have more healthy conversations that don't lead to domestic violence. That doesn't lead to people putting their hands on each other. That doesn't lead to the conversations of like, well, women just need to keep them hands to themselves. Like, yeah, that's sure. As men, we got to control ourselves, though. Like, we got to control ourselves. We have to control ourselves. I don't give men passes for being like, well, she hit me first. That's weak.
That's some sucker behavior.
That's weak to me, man. She hit me first. She hit me. Women need to keep their like shut up, bro.
And call me what you want to call me, but if you hit me, you put your hands on me, I'm calling the cops. Simple as that.
Yeah,
catch this
bro.
charge.
That's what we should be doing, or we figure out a way to stay calm and diffuse the situation. But a lot of people don't have that right now, especially in today's dating society. You be seeing dudes literally fist fight they women because of argument. And she done said, that's why you, whatever little. And she trying to say the most hurtful. Now he embarrassed. And now he embarrassed. He got to go upside her head. E.Wright in the chat says, space is absolutely necessary. Sometimes you need space to collect your thoughts, calm down, or just get away from the person who just pissed us off. Okay, so I think E is looking at taking up space as just space to be still, not even to respond or re-engage with the argument, just space to be away from whatever that conversation was, whatever that argument was that had emotions high. And she's like, okay, space is definitely necessary. So yeah, I could agree with that then. If you're taking space like, I'm finna go by the lake for a second. I need some space to calm down and breathe. Yeah, for sure. Take that space. Take that space for sure. We got a couple more questions, y'all. We got a couple more questions about this relationship thing, this black love thing, man, on this hump day. When we come back, I want to get into the question, what's the difference between making a mistake and showing a pattern of behavior? That's a good one. Don't go anywhere. You alive with the Tap In. I'm your boy Ray Nitti, filling in for Jazz Tyler on Truth 101.7 FM.
Like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from Nitti and the Ad Council.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm your boy Ray Nitti, filling in for Jazz Tyler on the Tap In on the Truth 101.7 FM in the American Family Insurance Studio. I got time today. We talking about relationships, y'all. Talking about relationships and a whole bunch of real good questions and topics. Before we went to break, I gave y'all the question. I'll give it to you again so we can continue the conversation. What's the difference between making a mistake, my accent slipped out, my bad, and showing a pattern of behavior? What is the difference between a mistake and somebody showing a pattern of behavior? This is also a good question. A mistake or behavior? I just slept with her on accident. That was a mistake. Is that a mistake? I don't know if that's a mistake. It's a pretty big mistake. Or okay, let's not go that dramatic, right? Let's take flirting. You know, they'd be like, oh, you know, you a little bit flirtatious or whatever. Is that a mistake or is that a pattern? Or are we more so talking about like, okay, a mistake is man, you never know what a mistake is or what a pattern is with women these days, man. What's a mistake you made, Zach? He like, I don't make mistakes.
I plead the fifth.
That's a real good answer. That is a real good answer. 833-212-1017. We'd love to hear some of your mistakes or some of the patterns that you may have noticed. I guess some people would say a pattern. I'm trying to think of some patterns I've heard people discuss, right? Maybe. Okay, here we go. Coming home late at night, right? If it's like 3:30 in the morning, you was out with the homies or out with, just out in general. You was out. You could be with homies. You could be with colleagues. You could be whatever. You come home at 3:45, 4 o'clock. Birds chirping. When you come home and the birds chirping, it's like, all right, you almost start to prepare yourself for some sort of conversation. Like, the birds are out. The birds are out chirping. Did you make it home too late? But yeah, last night I stayed to the studio till like 3:30. I got home at
me with my DJ equipment.
Yeah, I was out till 3:30. Was editing some drops for me and Shannon on the lunch break. Then I started messing with some beats and music and so forth. And I look up and it's a little later than I anticipated. So that's like, I don't even know if that's a mistake. That's just like I'm working. But for some people, that could be a mistake, right?
The mistake would have been you not communicating that you're going to be late or where you were going or just like ahead of time. Like just not communicating, I think would have been the mistake.
Sure. That's actually a great example. So putting exactly what Zach said into context, right? I had class of instruction for my Masonic Lodge last night. And class got out a little earlier than usual. Usually we could be in class till 10 o'clock, 10:30, depending on how class is that day. But we got out at like 8:30. And I did communicate, hey, I'm about to go to the studio over at the building and, just get creative for a bit. It's been a while since I was able to get creative. So I'll go scratch that itch. So I communicated that, right? So yeah, I agree. If I would not have communicated that and then stayed out until 3:45 in the morning, birds chirping, that's a mistake, right? How many times is that a mistake before it becomes a pattern? That's what I want to know. How many mistakes do you get before it turns into a pattern? Or
you ever play baseball?
I play. That's my sport.
3 strikes, you out.
That's my sport, man. All conference player of the year. 3 strikes and you out. What if you foul it off? What if you foul ball? What if you got like 6 fouls in a row? I know you've seen them before. Some real good hitters, man. Some real disciplined hitters, man.
You weren't supposed to take it literal.
Manana says social media has become a cesspool of domestic violence also. But when there was social media, there was a lot of domestic violence. I think he went to say when there wasn't social media, there was a lot of domestic violence that were being unreported. That's true. Still a bunch of domestic violence that's being unreported today. And it could be recorded and still not be reported. How many times you seen somebody pull out their phone at some, guy beating his or communicating poorly with
say, people aren't pulling out their phones to report it. They're pulling out their phones to record it.
To record it. I'm like, you might as well put hands on them too then. You might as well join in.
But then you got the people that say, oh, that's none of my business.
But why you recording it? Why you record it? If it's none of your business, why you want it? Why you want it? And now you own it in your phone. You're going to post it online. You're going to humiliate somebody that you didn't help because you want a few likes. You want to. And the crazy part is be a lot of men recording them videos too. That'd be the crazy part. A lot of men be recording those videos and laughing while recording. Not intervening, not saying, hey, man, chill out. Like, don't do that. It ain't worth it. Laughing. You feel me? Not me, though. I'm the intervener. I'm the one that's going to jump in and be like, hey, bro, one, it's way better ways to handle your emotions. Two, let's not make this a physical thing, man, because I'm 42 now and I don't know how strong I am no more. And I don't want to find out that I just don't got it like I once thought I did. So let's not even take it there. Let's not even take it there. Next question. Next topic, y'all. We're going to keep it moving and keep it moving and yeah. We're going to add that one to the hot cues. Keep it moving in. How do you rebuild trust after a significant disagreement? That's an interesting question. How do you rebuild trust after a significant disagreement? Because I don't necessarily think that trust is gone or needs to be rebuilt just because you disagreed on something. We could disagree on something and I still not trust you. You like, and I can still trust you. Like, I could disagree with somebody. Like I don't think King is that good of a school, but I would still trust that person. Like,
debatable.
You know what? Double ding that. Never trust somebody that went to King. Now, if they said, I went to Madison, like, all right, I'll still trust that person. But
if they went to King, I'm going to need a full background check.
Man, background check. You need to get wanded for a wire, all types of stuff. Can't trust them generals, man. But we going to get more into that topic. When do you, what was the question? When do you forgive? We'll get back to it. Don't go anywhere on the Truth 101.7 FM.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we believe brilliance lives in every child. Here, students are challenged, supported, and celebrated every single day. With small class sizes, dedicated teachers, and a proven track record of academic excellence, MCP is helping Milwaukee kids reach their fullest potential. Enrollment is still open for grades K-3 through 8. Spaces are limited. Apply today. Give your child a school where they'll thrive. Visit mkeprep.com or call today. Milwaukee College Prep, brilliance lives here.
The Homer Blow Foundation, Inc., nonprofit 501c3, and our presenting sponsor, Beta Philanthropies, Inc., invites you to the 32nd annual Homer Blow birthday party for the kids on Saturday, June 27th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. for kids ages 2 to 13 years old at the Fitzsimmons Boys and Girls Club in Metcalf School, located at 3400 West North Avenue on 34th and North. Admission is absolutely free, and after 32 years, you already know how it goes down. And this year, don't miss the kids' phone party. Shout out to our platinum sponsors, the Office of Early Childhood Initiative, Mighty Small Moments, the Brewers Community Foundation, Spectrum, and Westcare, Wisconsin. Our gold sponsors, Maleka Early Learning Center, Liquid, formerly the Oasis, Unite WI, Community Health Primary Care Services, LLC, the Greater Milwaukee Urban League, Eisenberg, Riley, and Zimmerman, and the New Pitts Mortuary. Our silver sponsors, Mr. B's Privilege Lounge and Dog City, along with Running Rebels and Griffin CDL Institute. Limited vendor spaces available. If you'd like to support or make a donation, email homerblowfoundation@gmail.com or call 414-248-4954.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Mommy, can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
You're listening to Milwaukee Black Talk on 101.7 FM.
The Truth.
In 1510 AM. W269DL. Milwaukee. A Milwaukee Black media company. Truthie.
What up, y'all? We are back live on The Truth, 101.7 FM. It's your boy Ray Nitti filling in for Jazz Tyler on the tap in, live from the American Family Insurance Studios, located in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, the 3rd Street Market Hall. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about accountability. We're talking about how we communicate, how we react. We're talking about what is mistakes and what is patterns. We're talking about all types of amazing things today. Here we go to start this second hour off. The question is, or was, how do you rebuild trust after a significant disagreement? And I was saying that I don't think because you have a significant disagreement, that doesn't mean that trust was lost. I think that we had a disagreement. And if we are able to communicate and articulate our feelings and emotions and points as responsible adults, then there's no need for trust to be lost. Now, if we calling each other names and you will be this and be that and I'm going to do this to you, it just got super you might not want to be able to you might not trust this person to say, I'm going to have to rebuild this trust with you and how we talk to each other because you said you was going to kill me. And now I got to take that serious. So, yeah, there's levels of needing to be rebuild trust in that aspect. Now, if we're talking about like rebuilding trust because actions were taken, whether that was, cheating or infidelity or any type of nefarious activity, it's a level of trust that would have to be rebuilt if that person decides that they want to rebuild that trust. And that'd be a lot of the problems too. Fellas be thinking, let me not say fellas because I don't want to just make it sound like I'm bashing dudes. But unfortunately, we be the ones on the wrong end of the stick on this because, we think, somebody owes us a second chance. We think that, it was just this one time. And then you don't like the response. But they don't owe us to rebuild that trust. Sometimes it only take one strike. It's like softball. You don't get no whole bunch of 4 fouls in softball. You get one foul ball and you out. Zach said you get 3 strikes and you out. But in softball, you get 1 strike. So don't do nothing that it requires somebody having to be like, no, you know what? You just untrustworthy. I can't trust you no more. You went and talked to my guy behind my back and it's like, I don't know how you rebuild trust from that. I don't know how. You went and smashed her friend while she was at work and you took her car to go do it. Like, I don't know if you rebuild that type of trust. I don't know. Zach, did you rebuild? Was your trust restored after you did that?
No.
I appreciate you just rolling with the flow, Zach. Zach, like, no, it wasn't rebuilt.
It was irreplayable. Wait, what's the word? Like, you couldn't repair it.
Don't even make me mess it. Irreparable, unrepairable. Like I got to be messing it up too.
I was thinking of Beyonce.
Some things is just unforgivable, man. I guess if I had to talk about my personal experience. I hate talking about personal experiences because, you know,
They're personal.
yeah, they personal. And then, you know, people be knowing who your personal experience is referring to and stuff like that. But here we go. I remember this was long time ago. Long time ago. I was dating somebody, you know, and you know, I really rocked with this person. And I swear I hope this person isn't listening. You know, like we was super cool, man, and this, you know, one would have thought this person was like the sweetest person, but then you realize, like, oh man, this person was super manipulative. I had parents thinking that I was just this terrible person, and whole time, damn, I did go through a phone, Zach. I went through the phone. I did. I was young though. I was young, Zach.
That's okay.
I went through it. Then I went through it. I went through it.
Pun gun.
Then I went through it. You hear me? I saw what I was looking for.
What was it?
Man, what wasn't it? What wasn't it? You feel me? Then all of a sudden, you know, it's like I'm hurt. And as we stated that, you know, I just at those ages, I didn't know how to communicate properly. So I shut down. I'm not talking to you. You're filthy. I'm not talking to you. You got me looking crazy. And, you know, so I'm like, yo, I can't do it. I can't come back from this. I couldn't recover. And I didn't. And no matter how much she tried to like communicate, I remember this so vividly to the point it was I almost gave too much detail. But the last straw was like, you know, she was still trying to, you know, resolve things. And I was like, nah, I've noticed your patterns. These ain't just mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? These not just mistakes. You got a pair of movie tickets in your jacket. I didn't go to the movies that night. You know?
Damn.
You feel me? These is patterns, not mistakes. And I couldn't let these patterns just continue to blind me because of love. You know, because I was in love. Or whatever we called it back then. Or heavily in like. You know, they say when you that young, you don't know what the hell you talking about. But yeah, man, Zach, it was I couldn't get over it. So I was like, you know, she was, man, you know, right now is when you gonna decide to leave me? I'm going through all of this. Like, man, I'm still gonna be here as a friend and support you through whatever it was, but I can't put myself through the toll of being in this relationship.
But if she couldn't be there for you in the relationship or vice versa, how are you going to be there for that person as a friend?
Yeah, so what's crazy is I felt like I could have still just supported them through whatever it was that they were saying that they needed support. But see, the thing is, I already knew that was the pattern. When I catch you up, you hit me with, oh, this is going crazy, and I don't do this right now. This is when I really, you know, need you the most. So don't. And I was like, nah, I can't do that no more. I hope this isn't the hurt Carlin. But you know, it's like I couldn't do it. And then I said, like, you know what, I can't do this no more. And then I no lie, Zach, grabbed me by my throat and my Franken beans.
She did?
Yeah, in the whip.
It went from worse to worse, sir.
In the whip, grabbed me by my Franken beans and my throat. and was like, leave me so I could kill your black ass. And I was like, damn. I got out that car and ran so fast down King Drive. I ran right into Beanhead Cafe, man. Straight into Beanhead Cafe and didn't look back at a tourist ever since. But we're going to go to Al. 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017. Al, how you doing? I'm filling in for Jazz on the tap in.
I'm doing wonderful. If somebody cheats and you forgive them, you probably have low self-esteem and you're not used to getting penis nor good cat because there's too many of them that's out there. And why would I let you take up space like a storage facility when I can get somebody in your place who gonna do right and do more?
They can't.
And if people do say,
what if they can't fill that space like them, Al?
No, if they can't fill that space, that's because they're whipped and that person is hitting that spot. And the thing with men, y'all stick around because after y'all get done fighting, the orgasm is intense. After you tear the house up and bust the windows, then y'all climb in the bed. That's why y'all stay around. It ain't that it's good and it's intense. You're just whipped. And your nose is wide open like Richard Pryor nostrils after he did some good dope. Because there's some that got bigger types, some that's wet like the ocean, deep like the floor, and there's some that's long and strong like a semi-truck that will hit the spot and come out your mouth like a scary movie. But if you stay because you have low self-esteem and you have no desire to replace it. So keep going through those trials and tribulations. Aretha Franklin, bridge over troubled water, like Aretha Franklin, say a little prayer for you, but we ain't saying. We're going to keep it pushing, and we're going to move around.
Hey, man.
Why sell yourself short?
Man, sometimes Al be having the ultimate mic drop. Sometimes it's just you don't have nothing to say behind what Al said.
Have a great day.
Have a great. That's what you say when Al come and drop a scripture on you. You say have a great day, but 100% I agree with Al. A lot of times people get into these crazy altercations, and here it is. The guy that's stepping in that we just say, oh, we make fun of, not make fun, or we criticize the people that's standing around and just filming and not intervening. But then, as Al stated, after they done tow up your Wendy's and your McDonald's or whatever establishment they was fighting in and carrying on in, they finna go back home and get it on. In another manner, releasing frustration through penetration. And now you done got your head bust because you got... So where's that line? We intervene or you don't intervene and they still potentially go home with the same person that was abusing them or fighting them or whatever the case may be, which is an amazing segue for the next topic that we have. Before we go to break, I want y'all to digest this question. Should love outweigh concerns about respect, accountability, and emotional safety? Should love outweigh concerns about respect, accountability, and emotional safety? Number is 833-212-1017 if you'd like to call in and get involved with the conversation. We are live on the Tap In on the Truth 101.7 FM.
The African American Roundtable, black-led organization on Milwaukee's far northwest side, has launched a safety campaign rooted in the basic need of food access. It's called Feed the Change MKE. Through community engagement, AART learned that easy access to and education about locally sourced and fresh food would help people feel healthier and safer. Also, local food providers need to learn how to engage the community, build awareness, and stay in our community long term. So Feed the Change MKE encourages people to know, grow, prepare, and share food, especially from community-owned and operated stores, gardens, markets, and other culturally relevant sources. We can't rely on big corporations to meet these needs. That's why we must demand the city to invest $1 million into the Healthy Food Establishment Fund, formerly called the Fresh Food Access Fund. Join AART's campaign to win a dignified and choiceful system that we all can thrive in. Visit AARTMKE.org to learn more about Feed the Change MKE.
For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? What up, y'all? We are back live on the Tap In on Truth 101.7 FM. I am your boy Ray Nitti, filling in for my homegirl Jazz Tyler. Get well, Jazz. If you know Jazz, send her a text message, man. Tell her get well, man. Praying for you, Jazz. We talking relationships today, and these ain't running. Joe Bout. I'm just playing, y'all. So we asked a question before the last break. Should love outweigh concerns about respect, accountability, and emotional safety? I think that's an easy question. Hell no. Hell no. Shouldn't. It shouldn't outweigh. Because if you lose respect for yourself, then you're allowing anybody to do anything to you, and you're going to accept anything that happens to you in relationships, and you become extremely, just accepting and like, oh, that's just how this person is, and I love them. So
that's that Stockholm syndrome like mentality.
Yeah, so it's like I don't understand where we get that from. I don't understand where we get that from. The question is, should love outweigh concerns about respect, accountability, and emotional safety? And it's like, I understand this question, but it's like, I think this is an easy one. I think all the Truth Nation would be on the same page with this one. Once again, the question is, should love outweigh concerns about respect, accountability, and emotional safety? They came back, ain't bring me nothing. It's all good. No respect, no accountability. They don't care about my emotional safety in here. No love. But it's all right, though, because we forgive them. Just don't make it a pattern. But no.
No, it shouldn't. You don't lose respect for yourself. No. If you got concerns about if somebody's respecting you, first sign of disrespect, check it in. Check it in right away. Accountability. If you can't hold somebody accountable, if you can't have a conversation with somebody and be like, yo, this is what you're doing and it is not acceptable, it's not right, this is not what I like. Like, no. He said it's a big line. Oh, big line. Oh, gotcha. Like, if you can't respect me and I can't hold you accountable, then how the hell are you going to care about my emotional safety? You don't. You don't care nothing about my emotional safety if you don't respect me or I can't hold you accountable. Sound like they on one of Shannon's strict programs.
Bruh.
Shannon, I'm just playing. Shannon for the Flight of Milwaukee. Shannon said she got the strict programs, man. She don't play no games. But I'm just playing. Shannon is all about respect, accountability, and emotional safety.
Which is,
strict program.
But it's also common sense.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
You can have that and a strict program at the same time.
Absolutely. That's part of the program. You feel what I'm saying? That's
and
part
some
of
people can't keep up, apparently. Like, come on, what?
Man, like, what do you mean you want me to respect you? What do you mean you want to ask me about? Oh, God. Shannon!
You done messed up now, boy!
833-212-1017 is the number to call. Shannon came through like dude from Mortal Kombat, like, Toasty!
I didn't even have to text her.
Forever Nostalgia Weddings. The number to call is 833-212-1017. And the question that we're talking about right now is, should love outweigh concerns about respect, accountability, and emotional safety? And the easy answer to it is hell no. It should not outweigh it. Love should have a place, but it should never make you blind to the fact that you just get beat. You accept just disrespect. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand how we allow, and maybe somebody could call and help me understand that. I don't want that type of love, and I don't want that type of love for my daughter. And I don't want my son to be passing out that type of love. The type of love where somebody feels like you have to be in this toxic situation, and that's I love you. I beat you because I love you. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. 833-212-1017. Let me see if we get Shannon to call in. Man. Should love outweigh concerns about respect, accountability, and emotional safety? And emotional safety is like, that's a huge line in itself. Simply because if you can't feel emotionally safe around a person,
what's the point?
What does physical safety even look like? What do physical safety look like if you can't even be emotionally safe? To me, when I hear emotional safety, that means somebody can express their emotions and not feel like you are going to respond in this crazy manner that is just belittling of the emotions these people are displaying. Oh, gosh. We're going to make Shannon wait on it. Let's go to Ricky real quick. Ricky, how you doing? You live on the Tap In.
Hey, yo, man, don't let them girls disrespect you, man. They're really disrespectful these days. They'll take you for every dollar and cheat on you with every man. Don't let them do it, guys. Watch out. Love yourself first. These girls, these guys, no good. Get your money and don't worry about these people. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks, Ricky.
Good. Appreciate it, Rick. Love yourself. That was a good try, though.
It really was.
That was a good try.
Had me in the first half.
Yeah, that was a good try.
Forgot we got caller ID.
Yeah, that's funny. I didn't even know it was a call ID, but I know it was somebody.
I saw the last name and I was like, "Oh, okay."
I know it was somebody trying to get me, but it was a good one. He kind of sounded like Drewski.
The voice definitely.
He
Like
sounded like
anybody
Drewski.
else would
Sounded like
have been fooled, but we know what he be on. So
All right, we got Shannon on line 2. Shannon, let's go through this abusive program you got. Shannon, how you feeling?
Accusations. Listen. The program all along is based on love and respect. If you can't love me and respect me the way I want you to, you can leave. And that's what it needs to be based on. Or realize this situation is too toxic for both of us and I love you enough to walk away from it. That's the program. I don't play them games with these folks. Every now and then.
See,
that's what
I was just going to say. What about your violence? Because it sounds like you beat man, Shannon.
I don't be violent to nobody that don't deserve it.
Shannon, you just had a status.
That don't deserve it.
Oh, she said that don't deserve it. I was just going to say, Shannon, truth, go look at Shannon Page. That last status she put up on 16 hours ago. Facebook gonna show you the post.
Man, I gotta go.
Lunch break on Facebook.
I gotta go through my stuff.
Yeah, man, you can catch me.
I gotta
Shannon.
clear up my social medias before I make calls pushing peace.
Oh,
Look,
man,
hold on.
right.
Let me clean up my social media.
Right.
Look.
But no, Shannon,
Man, I just think people gotta have they standards and they boundaries intact before seriously dating people. Because if you don't have any idea of what you want and how you want things to go, you just destined to fall for anything.
For sure. So, answer this for me. Should love outweigh concerns about respect, accountability, and emotional safety?
Absolutely not. Because if you love somebody enough, you love somebody enough to be like, this is not good for either of us. I love you enough to walk away. I love you enough to know this situation can be a dangerous situation for us, or it can be something that possibly can put both of our livelihoods at jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody pissed me off enough for me to feel like I got to beat on you or I got to wrong you in some way, maybe we need a timeout. Maybe we don't need to be around each other.
No, I agree.
You got to be adult enough to understand that. And then when it comes to friendships and even things like that, even people be hanging out with their bros or their friends or whatever, and they willing to put themselves in like messed up situations, knowing like, man, this is a bad situation, but this my bro. I love him. I'm riding or dying. Every time you ride or die, you inevitably gonna die. So
Damn.
You gotta be.
Inevitably?
You gotta be ready to check people. It's inevitable. That ride or die stuff is over. You gotta be willing to love somebody enough to check them, hold them accountable, and if they're not susceptible to what you look, your program, they gotta go.
Tomorrow we're gonna talk about your program, Shannon, on the lunch break. And if somebody's trying to, how does one apply for Shannon's program? And
12-step program. To be
right. What's crazy? Me and Shannon actually had this conversation a couple of years ago, and you say 12 steps, but I think she was at like 21, if I'm not mistaken, bro. It might have been. It was 20 something for sure. I gotta. We gonna go back real quick, Shannon. I want to get your perspective on this question. Me and Zach had some back and forth about it, but we'd love to get a woman's perspective on it. What's the difference between making a mistake and showing a pattern of behavior? From your lens, what is a mistake and what is a pattern of behavior?
That's a hard question. Just because at this age, I feel like past 25, most things is a pattern. Most people aren't trying new things past 25. If you're consistently cheating, if I'm catching you doing the same thing and it's not a misunderstanding, that's a pattern of behavior. So when you think of things like, we've had this conversation, this is what doesn't work for me, because you got people in relationships that are okay with, like, cheating. I was doing makeup with this woman that said, like, that's not a deal breaker in my marriage. And I was like, oh, okay, do you, girl? but other things weren't, and they ended up getting divorced. So it's like, depending on whatever y'all situation is, and you guys had this conversation, we're adults. Like, there's nothing, like, there's rules and regulations to living, period. So after 25, I think if somebody stepped out of line and conversations have been had, they got to go. But if you know, like, okay, we didn't have this conversation, and maybe your idea of commitment isn't the same as my idea, maybe we need to set some boundaries. Maybe we need to talk about rules and what hurts you and what hurts me, and actually have that laid out. So it's hard depending on situations.
How do you identify if it's just a mistake or if it's a pattern, right? So let's say you got somebody that's enrolled into the program, and they mess up on one of the steps, but let's say it was a vital step. Let's say he cracked something else. You feel what I'm saying? Is that? But he came to you. He was like, "Yo, I had a night. I had a time last night, and you know what? I did some things, but I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I did it. I'm coming clean, and it's not gonna happen again." Is he still on the list? Or is you like?
It's dependent on if the conversation was had, because sometimes people just think like, oh, well, we ain't really together. Well, we ain't really da-da-da. But if we have this conversation where we're like, we are in a fully committed relationship, this is what's going on, that's not a mistake to me, because 9 times out of 10, you're pursuing something, you're pursuing somebody. It takes a whole lot of steps to get to somebody's house and lay down in their bed. It's a whole lot of steps in between times, and it's a whole lot of lapses in judgment that leads to that. So, like I said, I don't think that's a mistake. Cheating on somebody isn't a mistake. The mistake can come in through, like, a lack of communication or a lack of X, Y, Z, sure. Like, oh, I thought we...
You just said cheating ain't a mistake.
Never mind.
That's what you said, Shannon?
Yeah, cheating ain't no mistake. The communication is.
Nah. Communication can be like, miscommunication happens, but cheating, if somebody's telling you, I will leave if somebody cheats on me, I don't believe in cheating, that you get one call, that's like, it's not a mistake if you cheat. It's so many steps it takes to cheat on somebody. I don't think that's a mistake.
You think it takes a lot of steps? What do you mean it takes a lot of steps to cheat?
You gotta pursue a person, get their number, take them out, go to their house, lay down, take your clothes. Like, it's some steps involved in this.
You mean like all the individual action steps?
Exactly. It ain't like I walked out and slipped on a banana peel. That's not how that works. If it was that simple, then, yeah, sure, mistakes happen. But a lot of times when somebody's cheating, you also sneaking and texting this person. You doing all this other stuff that leads up to that decision. So I can't look at it as a mistake.
If it was a one-night stand, I just met this person, and we.
But then I can't even trust you to go outside. You gotta stay in the house if we continue this relationship.
Damn.
I might have to change you to the bed.
See, Zach, there it is. There's the answer we've been looking for, Zach. The abuse in the program. You heard what she said? You can't even go outside.
You're running out of time.
But I have to chain you to the bed.
That's why. But that's why if somebody is doing stuff like that, I'm going to tell you, listen, we ain't going to work, because now you done ruined my trust and you got to go before we get to that part. See? That's what I'm saying. It's up to you to be like, you know what? You're going to take me out of my character. You got to go. I love you enough to let you go so I don't go to jail.
Or you love them enough that you're going to... Or you love them enough that you willing to chain them to the bed. Y'all don't go anywhere. We are live on Truth Nation, listening to the Tap In. I'm filling in for Jazz Tyler. It's your boy, Ray Nitti. We'll be back, man. Catch us tomorrow, man. Shannon will tell you all about how you get added to the program where she chain you to the bed. We'll be back, y'all.
It went from worse to worse, sir.
You're not going to jail. You're going to prison.
Don't let summer pass you by. Turn it all the way up at Summerfest. The music, the moments, the memories you'll replay all year long. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. June 18th through July 4th. Get tickets now at summerfest.com.
In Milwaukee County, equity means making sure everyone has a real chance to thrive. That's why the Milwaukee County Office of Equity works to help remove barriers, strengthen community connections, and support fair access to opportunities across Milwaukee County. Want to learn what they do, explore resources, or find ways to get involved? Just search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online. Milwaukee County Office of Equity, advancing equity for all Milwaukee County residents. For more information, search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online.
I'm Chris Jakomick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakomick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from Nitti and the Ad Council.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. Welcome back to the Tap In. It's your boy Ray Nitti filling in for Jazz Tyler. We live on Truth 101.7 FM. We talking about relationships, programs, red flags, what's a mistake, what's not a mistake. Shannon said cheating ain't a mistake. So I'm sure Javon is going to be sending her some text messages tomorrow to figure out how he could get on that program and chain to the bed. Because clearly that's part of the program. You can't go outside the house. You can't go outside the house. You can't talk to him like one of them other, because he ain't one of them other. Can we use that drop on the They ain't gonna allow it. When conflict happens, should the focus be on intent or impact? When conflict happens, should the focus be on the intent or the impact? And I don't know how you don't focus on both. What was you intending to do when you said that BS that impacted me? Like, I don't see how you separate both. You can't separate them. Like, the focus should be on both. What was your intentions with this conflict? And now here's the impact of this comment. Like, why did you go through my phone? What was your intentions? What was you? Not that you found nothing. There we go. Tap, tap, tap in. Why are you tapping in my phone? What was your intentions with my phone? All right. Now that we got your intentions clear, Now what's the impact? Because you found nothing and now I feel violated. Or you found something and the impact is different. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with it? Impact versus intent. Do you separate the two? Do you deal with the two as the same? Or, we just continue to be like, oh, that was just a pattern. I mean, that was just a mistake. Because mistakes aren't that bad. You can always get back on the program with a mistake. Oh, my bad. We'll be back, y'all. Don't go anywhere. Live on Truth 101.7 FM.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
You can't buy a best friend. You can love them, walk them, pet them, and care for them, whether they want you to or not. You can take a picture or 50. You can fly to the moon, travel the world, or just stay in bed. You can't buy a best friend like that, but you can adopt one. There are millions of pets waiting for a best friend just like you. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to health care and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. Community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
Are people around me safe when I vape? Science does not support that belief. Exhaled vape emissions linger in the air, affecting indoor air quality and bystanders in the same space through secondhand exposure. Vaping emissions can also accumulate on clothes, hair, dust, and furniture, leading to exposure risks to bystanders of all ages. And vaping around a pregnant person can lead to serious health impacts on fetal and childhood development. Enough with the puff. Learn more at ul.org/vaping.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Tap In. Ray Nitti filling in for my homegirl, Jazz. Yes. What up, y'all? We talking about relationships. We talking about accountability. We talking about red flags. We talking about should love outweigh concerns about respect and emotional safety. We also talking about when conflict happens, should the focus be on the intent or the impact? And I think that's what we didn't get to quite finish talking about intent or impact. Because sometimes people be creating conflict because they intend to have an impact, and they be they be wanting to start something so they could be outside. Some people intentionally start stuff. I've literally had homies say like, bro, she won't leave me. I've done everything wrong. I'm like, why don't you just leave her? And he's like, she won't let me. She won't let me leave. And it's like, you know, I do everything wrong. And she won't leave. What is that? You ever been that much in love, CC?
Yes.
She smiles so hard. She's like, I'm in that right now. I'm in that right. I can't even leave that boy alone, man. CC smiling hard. I ain't never seen CC blush this much. CC, what you got going on over there? Let me find out she got one of them Shannon programs too.
Bruh.
He said, what?
He said, Shannon got a program?
Yeah, Shannon got a 24-step program. She wrote it down too. CC, how many steps on your program?
She hasn't counted in a while.
Damn. That's cause she over there smiling. You saw she ain't had to worry about putting nobody on the program. Cause when you already on the program, ain't no need. Right, CC?
Yeah.
That's why CC's right around here smelling like shea butter and vanilla. That's why.
Damn.
You know what? I'm chill before we start getting text messages like, could y'all stay focused? Stay. Come on. Can't talk about that. No. What up, Truth family? We just having a good time, man. We just having a good time. Biko, we love you, dog. When conflict happens, should the focus be on the intent or the impact? That's what we want to know. When conflict happens, should the focus be on the intent or the impact? That's what we want to know. And I think it should be on both. You can't ignore one or the other, in my opinion. Because it's like, okay, well, what was your intentions? Like I said, like, we going through this conflict because you went through my phone. Now, the impact is we got to have this discussion. You either found something or you didn't find something. So now there's this uneasy feeling there where, okay, if you didn't find nothing, now the person who was accused or not trusted feels away. And if the person did find something, it's like, now you got some explaining to do. So should the focus be on the intent or the impact? I think it should be on both, because what was your intentions when, you know, you either did an action that created the conflict, and maybe your intentions wasn't even to create a conflict, but you just wanted some closure and clarity. Like, what's going on? And speaking of closure and clarity, our next topic, look like we got a caller calling. We're gonna see what they want to talk about before what we want to talk about here. Keisha, how you doing, Keisha? Talk to me. You are live on the Truth.
Hey, Ray, how you doing?
I'm good. I like how you say my name. Keisha, say it again.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, can we clip that up? Zach? Hey, Ray. Can you say, hey, Ray, thank you. You sound so good on the Truth. Can you say that real quick for us, Keisha? I'm gonna say we gonna fake like this is live call, Keisha. I'm gonna be like, Keisha, you live on the Truth. How you doing? And I want you to do that for me so we can record it and use it on the radio. All right.
Stay focused.
Okay.
Cool. All right, Truth Nation. We got Keisha. Keisha, how you doing? Talk to me.
Hey, Ray.
Keisha,
how you doing?
I'm good. Keisha added some sauce to it. I wanted a professional drop, Keisha. Keisha, Oh my God, Keisha got me sweating. Keisha, what we talking about today? Keisha, how you doing? Help us. What's your thoughts on today's topic?
I really enjoyed today's topic. I want to chime in on your last question as far as if the intent or the outcome, was that the...
Yep, it was when conflict happens, should the focus be on intent or impact?
Okay, intent or impact. I honestly, it just depends on, I feel like, the situation, but I feel like intent for sure should be weighed out because there's a lot of things that can happen accidentally, no matter what the situation may be. So first, I would like to look at a person's heart and what their intentions were. Like, what was your intent in doing this? Like, was it out of malice or was it out of genuine, who knows, hurt, or just, something that just happened, like a mistake? Like, one day you hear and then next thing you know, this what happened. You know how things just happen out the blue. It could be one of those. So I would say intent should be weighed in heavily. But I do agree, you do have to look at the impact because the impact can be life-changing. And so when that comes down to, things as far as, life or death or, something along those lines, you definitely have to weigh that in a lot heavier. But if it's something that I feel like everything is okay at the end of the day,
yeah,
you have to weigh out, was that person's intent, what their intent was, and can you get past it in a relationship? Because nothing is perfect. People make mistakes. So it's just, trying to weigh that part out. Just figuring out where your person is coming from, because they intentionally trying to hurt you or intentionally trying to do something crazy, then that's when you have to really rebalance and relook at the situation as a whole. But if it's one minor hiccup or, something that happened and it's okay, I ain't like the way you did this or that, but I know your intent wasn't how I took it, then maybe that's time for y'all to just have one of those conversations as a couple and, really try to work through it, because I feel like in 2026, people give up way easier than what they should. But that's just the times that we in. We don't have what they say, that old school 90s love no more. That's hard to find. So intent, I feel, is over impact, only if it's not life-changing or life or death.
Oh, absolutely. So I want to you brought up some good points, and you hit on a question that we had before. You talked about people can make a mistake, and one of the questions we asked is, what is the difference between making a mistake and showing a pattern of behavior? So how does one deal with that? What's your thoughts on that? Is what's a small mistake, what's a huge mistake, and what's a pattern of behavior?
So to break down everything you said, for me, a mistake versus a pattern, obviously a pattern is something that reoccurs. A mistake is something that might have happened once or twice. I feel like in the realm of relationship, if the couple can sit down and speak on the quote-unquote mistake, and the person who made it works to not make that mistake again, then that's a mistake. But if you sit down and have a conversation and say, look, this happened, I didn't like that, or this is where it went wrong, and that person continuously disregards those conversations and, that other person's feelings, then it's a pattern. And now at that point, that's something that needs to be reconsidered. So I feel like, and you have to have the conversation. You can't just sit there and harbor feelings or have assumptions and keep it to yourself, because at that point, how is the other person supposed to work to get better if they don't even know this is something that was a mistake or that bothered you on the level that it did? So I feel like a lot of people wait and harbor a lot of situations and feelings that their spouse may have done, and then there's a big blow up. and that's the relationship, or something happens in the relationship that didn't necessarily have to happen if they would have had open conversations and communication way before, like maybe that last cherry topper.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, Keisha, while we got you on here, so you're gonna take us into our next segment. What is one of your relationship non-negotiables?
Relationship non-negotiables for me is dishonesty. And when I say dishonesty, I mean you blatantly lying about something. Or those, like, I would say little white lies, but no, like those lies, like, hey, where were you at? And you say you at your mama's house and you was really somewhere else. Like, that's a blatant lie. I'd much rather you be like, I went to Benihana's with a friend. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna like it, but at least you told the truth. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. But if I ask a direct question and you made up a complete different truth or story to that question, then now we have an issue, because what else are you hiding? What else are you lying about? So if I definitely respect honesty. If I tell you I'm at Benihana's, I went to Benihana's with a friend, and now, coming home, everything good, or we got something that we need to talk about. I didn't lie to you. I want to meet this friend. She was good enough. She was good enough to go out with you. Why you ain't take me? How you know I ain't want to meet the friend? Like, what you want? What type of friend is this? And then if it is that type of friend, then it's like, okay, or do you not want to be here? Or like that opens up the doors to other discussions. But at least I can say that you were honest about it, and I know what I'm dealing with. And at that point, that's for me to be cool with or not be cool with, but at least give me the option. All right, so we got about 60 more seconds. So okay, I'm like, yeah, you can meet her. Come meet her. And you meet her, and you think she's cool. You better be ready to get me whatever I want off that menu, because I bet you whatever she got, I'm getting twice. And that's fine. But we doing everything you ask. You want to meet her? You cool? You got twice the orders that she got? Can we kick it? I'm being 100 with her. We could all kick it. As long as she, I feel like she is compatible, I guess. Like, a lot of people cheat with people that are like, I don't know how to really put it in the correct words, but that aren't like equivalent to who they're with. Like, they kind of like they go low, and it's like, why would you downgrade? So like, gotcha. As long as I can be like, I can look at her and be like, I see how she got you. Like, it got to be one of those. Like, I see how she got you. She's cute, or she's successful, or she got this going on. Like, I see how it was hard for you. But if she looking like the crackhead down the street, and it's come on, right, now. Well, why are you putting me through more from you? No, for sure. Why are you putting me through this? Exactly. For sure. Well, Keisha, we definitely appreciate you calling in. Please make sure you tune in tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. We are live on the Truth 101.7, listening to the Tap In. Ray Nitti filling in for Miss Jazzy. Don't go anywhere.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking. Now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age, everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations on 101.7 FM and 1510 AM, W269DL, Milwaukee, a Milwaukee Black media company.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Tap In. It's your boy Ray Nitti filling in for Miss Jazzy Tyler. I'm one half of the lunch break with my homegirl, maybe Shannon. Speaking of Shannon, she in the chat, she said, when men are cheaters, they cheat with whoever willing. I don't agree with that, Shannon. That's a terrible stat to be perpetuating out there. I would say women. You know what? I ain't even gonna open that Pandora's box on the Tap In. E. Wright says, the only white lie I want to hear is, I look beautiful when you know I look a mess. Shannon said, intent. You step on my foot on accident, I can forgive you easier and have some understanding that you didn't try to hurt me. But if you stomp on my foot because you wanted to cause me pain, it's different. So, and then E. Wright says, a person who may seem like a downgrade in appearance isn't necessarily a downgrade in overall value. That's why the ugly dudes be out here just slow playing homies chicks, man, because dudes be messing up and it's always some rock-faced dude just, I'm sorry, baby, that you had to go through that. Just let me know if you need $20 for your Apple Pay or something. Says, why we don't just be putting it in anything available? That's nasty. Collector's Reign said. I agree, Collector's Reign. I agree. I think that's it's some men out here that's definitely just throwing whatever in the ground, but not everybody, man. Some fellas out here with decency still. How long, pause, should someone wait before seeking clarity about the status of a relationship? This is a good one. How long should someone wait before seeking clarity about the status of a relationship? That's a very interesting. I would love to know. What are your thoughts? 833-212-1017. How long should one wait? Chat, talk to me. How long you waiting before you making that call? Like, hey, what are we? What are we doing here? You could call and text that phone number, y'all. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy. We had some amazing callers today. You could also catch us on YouTube if you want to see, some chocolate melanin. You know what I'm saying? Just hit the YouTube. You feel what I'm talking about? Bruh. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna borrow some of that. Hey, don't be no hater now, Zach. Real big chocolate out here, man. Real big chocolate out here, man. You feel what I'm saying? Straight up. Your girlfriend's boyfriend. Straight up. What Trey say? Let me stay focused before my wife call in next. Like, all right, you getting too comfortable over there on the radio. You're going to be chained to the bed. Bruh. How long are we waiting before we get clarity, y'all? If you dating somebody, talking stage, what does that look like? How many dates are you going on? Ladies, how many meals are you accepting before, it's time to be like, all right, where are we going with this? And I also think, oh gosh, Milwaukee Amanda, my wife said, I just hopped in. What we talking about? How much I love you, baby. How much I love you. That's what we talking about. That and that only. Keisha called up here talking slick to me, baby. And I was just telling them if they wanted to see some chocolate, they could come check it. But anyway, the question is, how long should someone wait before seeking clarity about the status of a relationship? She said, wife here must have been my ears ringing. How long are we waiting? So low key, since my wife is in the chat, I didn't waste no time. I got to make you mine. I got to have it. I feel like we probably talked maybe a week, maybe. She'll be like, nah, hell nah. How long was it, babes? 2 weeks before it was official? She'll respond soon. But how long y'all waiting? You going on? I was spending money quick too. I was buying her, digital fans. We was young too. I had just got my taxes back. I pulled up to the crib with all the money spread out on the seat like I was doing something. Like I was doing something special. Like, boy, put that little $3,000 up. That ain't no money. How long you waiting? Somebody said, Meech said 6 weeks. 4 months. Collector's Rain said he waiting 4 months before making Jesus. They said most relationships don't even last 3 months. you want 4 months just to So what are you doing in that 4 months though? Like, is you trying to, sample the merchandise, or you just like, are you taking the car out for a spin, or you just going to the dealership and, say, I like this car, or you trying to get in it? Or you getting in it and taking it around the block? Like, what 4 months seem a little bit, but I'm interested to know how old Collector's Reign is, because I feel like the younger generation, they got this weird thing that they do in relationships where they don't even necessarily really make things official. They just kind of are, they don't speak on it.
I feel like that's what happened to me.
Yeah, see, you young, Zach. And then it'd be like, oh, well, it wasn't like you was my boyfriend anyway, or we weren't together anyway. So it's like, oh, I think from what nieces and nephews have said is like the younger generation don't get too caught up in titles, official titles of relationships. And I wonder how that works. How does that work? She said, nah, it was about a month before we made it official by saying it out loud. But basically, after 2 weeks, we were always together. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was all after 2 weeks. DJ said, payments due after 3. After 3 months, they gonna come repo that mom. After 3 months, me said, it's time. It's time after 3 months. So yeah, I just feel like 4 months seems like a long time. You obviously probably dating other people in that 4 months, right? Is that the only person that you talking to in 4 months? Because obviously we're not talking about somebody you officially with. This is just somebody that you hanging with, and it's like, how long do you wait before you ask for clarity? Like, yo, what are we? Some people say 6 weeks, 4 months. Mish just said, man, listen. But Mish like, we ain't never gonna be a thing. You hear me? But yeah, how long? How long are you waiting? 2 days, 2 months? And you got some women that's like, okay, I feel like the more seasoned women, I'm not gonna say older or elder or whatever, right? The more experienced women who have been here and been through enough relationships, probably is what I will say. From the conversations that you see in groups and podcasts, it sounds like they tired of men, and they don't got time to play. Like 30 and up, 35 and up, they not. I'll even say 28, because they say women mature a little bit earlier than men. But I feel like around that 30-year age, they ain't too much playing games with fellas. They looking for something. They've had their fun. They've been outside. Chat going kind of crazy. What's going on here? Unofficial titles will have you in your feelings. And that's what's wrong with this generation. They all in their feelings. Because they got a bunch of unofficial titles and things. They got a bunch of unofficial titles going around, and then get in their feelings when somebody be like, well, you know, we ain't together, so I could kick it with her right after I kick it with you. It takes months for the facade to fade, so yeah, 3 to 4 months. I get it. Yeah. And when you say it, I'm assuming this person is talking about the honeymoon stage, right? When you still holding hands all the time, she's still putting her leg on your leg. Y'all
You better not stop doing that, boy.
Man, you know, sometimes you ain't just holding hands 100% of the time. Like, you go to a restaurant and y'all sit next to each other and not across from each other. You know what I mean? That's super honeymoon stage. Like, I want to sit next to you. Like, man, scoot over so I could get at these ribs, man. Go sit on the other side. Social media and the internet has ruined relationships, 100%. 100%. Everybody want to show the highlight reel. Everybody wants the, you know, fancy whatever. Everything got to be big for the gram. I can see a world where younger women can start treating first dates as if it's like a engagement proposal. It's like, you taking me out on the first date? I need to have balloons. I need to have this. I need to have that. I can see that happening somewhat in this generation. It's like, when did gender reveals become a thing? When did that become a thing? You want the gender revealed and a baby shower. You said 2022?
After 2 babies?
After 2 babies, a gender reveal. I'm like, why do it matter? Just give them the stuff from the last baby. What are we talking about? No titles, no rules, no boundaries is how people end up with hurt feelings. Yep. And that was from Shannon. Shannon said that.
Wow.
You know? Shannon, I don't know if Shannon seemed like she don't like rules. Habitual rule breaker. How long y'all waiting? I've heard some people say they waited years before. They've talked to somebody for years before making it official. Was that you, Zach? You've done that
Go
before?
to break, bro.
All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to go to break, y'all. Zach has waited years to get to this break, so don't go anywhere. You were listening to the Tap In on Truth 101.7 FM.
Don't get smart. can I sit in the front seat just this one time? Please, please, please.
No, not yet.
But why?
Because I love you, and you're just not ready yet. Now, get in the back so I can get you in your car seat, please.
Putting your kids in the right seat for their age and size is an act of love. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Love protects. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
For 250 years, our armed forces have bravely served America. Wounded Warrior Project honors that legacy by supporting post-9/11 service members and veterans like Anthony, a Marine who was injured by a roadside bomb in Afghanistan.
They carried me through my injuries, not just my physical, but my mental. And seeing other vets doing the same thing helped me tell myself, hey, you can do this.
Join us in honoring warriors at woundedwarriorproject.org/America.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? You are now back listening to The Tap In with Jazz Tyler. Every weekday, y'all, from 4 to 7 p.m. Make sure you tune in to The Tap In on the Truth 101.7 FM. I'm your boy Ray Nitti filling in for my homegirl Jazz. Get well, Jazz. I'm just one half of the lunch break. It's kind of like the dinner menu tonight. What we serving tonight? We got some more stuff in the chat. Let me go see. Meech said some titles include Bae, My Lil Yeah, Girlfriend, Fiance, Wife. Collector's Reign said, can folks be mature enough to wait for the official title is the real question. That's man. Some women might feel like you just stalling them out. And what's long enough? What's long enough? And I don't know if you immature because you like, hey, I ain't trying to be waiting forever. You know, like, okay, if that's what you want, that's cool. But you know, I got a timeline. Lavender Sterling said, seasoned women usually know what they want and can spot the red flags early so it's over before it gets started with a lot of men. A business meeting, first date, asking all the hard questions. I could believe that. Shannon says Zach went right to break when the seat got hot. He did say, go to break. What's our last question? Oh, what are your relationship non-negotiables? What are your relationship non-negotiables? 833-212-1017 is the number to call. 833-212-1017 is the number to call. You could also text that number, and we will read your text messages. We ain't getting no text messages today. What are your relationship non-negotiables? Chapman, Collector's Rain said, baby, take your time. Baby, take your time. What's the rush? Damn mutt. A man who knows what he wants. What? A man knows what he wants. It doesn't take months. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. A man knows what he wants, period. It doesn't take months and years. He's trying to make sure he can't find anything better. I've heard nightmen say, what is a nightman? Men know what they want, and most of the people I know who are married say they knew she was their wife very quickly. Men know. I'm assuming that was a man who don't love or respect his mom or God. That's a good deal breaker. Heard many men. She says she's heard many men say. Show deal breaker. A man that doesn't love God, love or respect his mom or God. That's a good deal breaker. What's some of the deal breakers out there in the chat? What are some of your deal breakers? I can go through some of my deal breakers for sure. Cigarettes. You smoke cigarettes, beat it. Beat it, you camel mouth. I'm straight. Smoke cigarette, nope, can't do it. And another deal breaker of mine is I have no, let me start by saying this. I have no problem. I have no problem with black men who date outside the race. I have no problem with it.
It's okay, because Dr. Umar is not a real doctor anyways.
I feel like Zach feel attacked today, man.
I just had to let it be known. Dr. Umar is not a real doctor, and do with that information as you please.
Oh, I feel like I've been knew that.
There's some people that don't know that.
I don't even understand why they don't. But he's great internet TV though. But yeah, another deal breaker for me is I don't like white women. I don't do it. I don't like it. I don't like them. I'm sorry. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them.
Disclaimer, that's Ray's opinion, not anybody else's.
And it's first, I don't like whole ones.
That's even worse.
No,
this
it's not.
is Ray's opinion.
No, it's not. It's not worse. My wife's half white. Yeah, that's the curveball in it. Yeah, that's like I can say it. You know, that's like that's like a mixed person. I could use that word, but no, it's nothing against them. It's just it's just not my. I don't want to. I didn't want a whole one. All right, I didn't want a whole one, and she's also mixed with African, so it kind of. Keeps me on the right side of history. Yeah, man, what's y'all deal breakers? Cigarettes. Somebody said, retreat, sir, wrong path.
I like talking to me.
No, that's my wife talking to me. He's like, this ain't where he want to take it. But, yeah, what's y'all deal breakers, man? That's my opinion. As Zach said, that's my opinion. That is not the opinion of Truth or Zach or anybody else on this station. Huh?
I said I love my white women.
See, there you go. Man, some of my good homies, they prefer them. They prefer them like mother's milk. If bro was listening right now, he would be calling in and be like, here's my reason why. Real Uncle Ruckus. What's y'all deal breakers, y'all? I know some people say financially irresponsible. That's a good one. Because they say money is the number one leading cause of divorces. And they say that's within the first 2 years of marriage. A lot of marriages don't last due to financial burdens and stress. Ian and Amanda going crazy in the chat. Quit distracting me. What are your deal breakers? 833-212-1017. That is the number to call. 833-212-1017. You've heard women say they don't want bald head guys. They don't want receding hairline, and that if you don't got a car, if you don't got a job, if you got too many kids, you know, some dudes be like, oh, I don't want nobody with if you got a baby, it's over with. I'm like, dang, that's a very, you limiting the pool, boss. You want somebody with no kids?
Yup.
What is the stats? What is this? Do we know the stats on that? It's always some data for girl. He over here acting like Sherwin after dark. I resent that. What does that mean? Have you listened to Sherwin after? It is wild over there.
They all up in their booty hole.
That's where it came from. That's what Sherwin after dark. I listen. Yes, I do. I ain't gonna lie. It's entertaining. That Hughes Views. You know, they come. He streams at 7 p.m. right? Hughes Views 414 on YouTube. If you looking for some good mess and some entertaining, like professional mess, Hughes Views 414. I'll be over there tonight. Low intellect people. Oh, people who litter. Oh my God. If you litter, you might as well cancel Crips. I might turn you into the cops if you litter. I would also add bad hygiene. For sure. What if it ain't really the hygiene, but they just got a tooth that they haven't pulled or something? People that think R. Kelly should be free. Oh my God, the chat is going crazy. Shannon! She said people who think R. Kelly should be free is a deal breaker. I was just going to say, I know my wife doing the Holy Ghost dance reading that. She said, say it again, Shannon. And Tory Lane apologist to the list. She said, add Tory Lane apologist to the list as well. People that think R. Kelly should be free. A lot of people try to say they can separate the man from the music. And I just can't. I got a daughter. And what's funny is somebody called me the other day and they were asking me a question about the conversation me and Shannon was having on the lunch break. And the question was in reference to, they were responding to the topic of the guy that had been allegedly accused of messing with his daughter and then being on the run or in the community and everybody still kicking it with him and supporting him and so forth, and then turned around and killed a young teen who was stepping in because the guy was allegedly getting fresh with his sister, his younger sister again, and he killed this young man. So they called in and they was asking questions and they was like, oh man, you know, sometimes, you know, these women be, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, we got to stop making excuses, bro. We got to stop making excuses because you got a daughter. You wouldn't, if you could say that you would send your daughter off with R. Kelly, then okay, then say that. But if your answer to me is, nah, my daughter ain't gonna be in that position. So why would you not have the same energy for somebody else's daughter? Not your daughter. Your daughter, she can't go with the Pied Piper. She can't go with Kels. Not your daughter. But You don't mind somebody else's daughter doing it. It's like, oh, they let their daughter go with. They let their daughter go with him. But my daughter wouldn't have did that. I'd have killed him. But you gonna step in the name of love still. But because it wasn't your daughter, you can still dibble and dabble. I'm just asking questions. If it's not good for your daughter, then it shouldn't be good for somebody else's. Bad teeth, poor grammar, too flashy. The list can go on and on. Not really a city girl. It's good to see you, city girl, in the chat. Welcome back. We ain't seen you on the breakfast. Look, here we go with that breakfast. The lunch break in a minute. People who refuse to learn to try new things. Within reason, Trump supporters. Trump supporters are a deal breaker. Can't date one, huh? 100% red flag. Maybe Shannon says facts. As soon as they say free Kels or Tory, I don't need to hear nothing else. Shouts out to y'all. I thought I was alone on that island. Yeah, I can say he made great music, but I'm not going to continue to stream it and support it. Like, I'm not going to spin it in the clubs when I DJ. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, y'all. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the last half hour of the Tap In. It's your boy Ray Nitti filling in for Miss Jazz. We'll be back.
This is a sick Negro. Don't let him back.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
The Humber Blow Foundation, Inc., nonprofit 501c3, and our presenting sponsor, Beta Philanthropies, Inc., invites you to the 32nd annual Humber Blow birthday party for the kids on Saturday, June 27th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. for kids ages 2 to 13 years old at the Fitzsimmons Boys and Girls Club in Metcalf School, located at 3400 West North Avenue on 34th and North. Admission is absolutely free, and after 32 years, you already know how it goes down. And this year, don't miss the kids' phone party. Shout out to our platinum sponsors, the Office of Early Childhood Initiative, Mighty Small Moments, the Brewers Community Foundation, Spectrum, and Westcare, Wisconsin. Our gold sponsors, Maleka Early Learning Center, Liquid, formerly the Oasis, Unite WI, Community Health Primary Care Services, LLC, the Greater Milwaukee Urban League, Eisenberg, Riley, and Zimmerman, and the New Pitts Mortuary. Our silver sponsors, Mr. B's Privilege Lounge and Dog City, along with Running Rebels and Griffin CDL Institute. Limited vendor spaces available. If you'd like to support or make a donation, email humberblowfoundation@gmail.com or call 414-248-4954.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says.
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
Oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
'Cause remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. We having a real good conversation. This is the Tap In on Truth 101.7 FM. I am your host, Ray Nitti, half of the lunch break, filling in for Miss Jazz. Get well, Jazz. Man, happy birthday, Homer Blow, man. Homer Blow celebrated his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to my daughter. Her birthday is today. Happy birthday, Ivy. 20th birthday to my daughter. Yeah, man, me and Meech was just talking about some, I don't even want to say his name because I just feel like I don't even want to talk about him over the airwaves. But I feel like we might save it for another segment, man. We'll save it for another segment. But
there's only 2 segments left.
It might be one.
You mean another
I meant
show?
another day. Yeah, another day. This could be a lengthy topic. But I will tease the topic though. And then we'll get back to these relationship questions. Like, why do certain people in our community, they can separate R. Kelly. Damn, I said I wasn't going to say his name. They can separate the man from the music. But, like, when you ask the question, would they allow their daughter to, go hang out with him? The answer be no. And then it's like, why are we okay? We not okay with our daughters being around a person, but soon as it's somebody else's daughter, it's like, oh, she was, she went over there. Their parents took him there, and I still like his music. Someone who lacks politeness and manners, someone who is always on edge. Not really a city girl said. Those are her red flags. Yeah, how can we continuously separate the man from the music? I don't know how we could do that. But that's for another conversation though. And anybody could be. Do we add Diddy to that list? Is Diddy on that list now? Is Diddy on that list? People that we can't. And at one point, I used to say Diddy was my favorite artist. He was my favorite entertainer. Now it's like, all right, I got this R. Kelly stance. Like, am I being a hypocrite for, not taking the exact same stance with R. Diddy? And I feel like I got to put him on the list. What we saw in that hotel was unacceptable. I got to put it on the list. I got to put him on the list, man. Some people might not like it, but it is what it is. That's why it's my list and not yours. Question 833-212-1017. We'd love to hear from you. What's one conversation every couple should have before a problem forces them to have it? What's one conversation every couple should have before a problem forces them to have it? That's a interesting question. I can't even, not really a city girl says, I can't even hear the music the same. And yeah, you can't. I agree with you. And then sometimes I catch myself like singing random songs and be like, dang, can't do that. Can't do it. What's one conversation every couple should have before a problem forces them to have it? That's kind of a difficult question. I don't know what they talking about over there, but it looks interesting. One conversation every couple should have before a problem forces them to have it. I guess the low-hanging fruit is like, tell her if you got a baby mama before, don't hide no kids. That's a conversation that probably should have before a problem forces you all to have it. If you got kids, or if you got a a crazy ex, not even kids. I think if you got a crazy ex, like a real crazy, like stalker, and this ain't even funny. This is like just serious for people's safety, because we are living in a world where people are very, very unstable, and humans, men in particular, are, we've created a space where we started saying women are unstable creatures. I think it's men. Men are the unstable creatures. Men are the unstable creatures, in my opinion. Can't tell them no. Like, women shouldn't have to be in fear because she told you she didn't give her number. She don't want to give you her number. She shouldn't have to be in fear. And it shouldn't be met with, all right, F you then, B. Political perspectives. Talk about possible health issues. What you mean, city girl? Health issues with, you saying before a problem, like if you just met somebody and it's like, oh man, you know what? I got cancer or something like that. If you got money problems, city girl said, if you got money problems, we need to talk about that right now, because we need to figure that out. Should discuss how you intend to raise your children. And definitely money. If you got money problems, if you got health problems, yeah, that's true. If you might not be here in 2 months, that probably is something you should discuss with the person you're now talking to. Or any health things that are transferable. That would be a terrible surprise. 833-212-1017 is the number to call. 833-212-1017. I think I'm going to go live on YouTube tonight. I've been testing how to stream, taking some inspiration from Hugh's Views. Shouts out to everybody that's in that group. That's where we actually went to get a lot of feedback from the Truth Nation and seeing how they felt about, how things were going. And y'all didn't spare any thoughts, and we really appreciate it, because it is truly what made us better. It is truly what made us better and helped us grow even more, understanding the things that you all wanted to hear and so forth. So, we'll be streaming live tonight. It's going to be it's going to be like an evening bite. We're going to talk about some of the things that's been going on Truth. The shows, the topics, the new team. We're going to be wrapping things up like that. Just want to give y'all a unfiltered perspective of things, and then still promote, the show more as well. So we could cultivate what else y'all want to hear. What other things do you all want to discuss? What is important to you, Truth Nation? So I think that's what we're going to be streaming about live tonight on YouTube. So, yeah. Follow me on YouTube, Ray Nitti, RayNitti. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also, while you on YouTube, go to The Truth. Go to 101.7 The Truth. Follow and subscribe to us there as well. Help us get to 8,100 subscribers. We just hit 10,000 last night on IG, too. Clap it up for that, y'all. We just hit 10,000. Go follow us. Follow the Tap In page as well on IG. Is it? They got the Tap In Instagram page. Make sure you all follow that. Health things that are transferable. Yep. Got to tell them about that RIA. We should keep in mind that healthy relationships don't wait for problems to start difficult conversations. I feel like Erica need a segment. I'm going to do a segment with Erica and Amanda. We're going to call it something creative. But yeah, man, follow that RIA. Biko said that RIA, yeah, that gonorrhea. That's transferable. You don't want to just pass that around, Bobby. You got to tell somebody that that's what you handing out. Not saying that you got it. Just saying you asked what the real was, and I wasn't trying to, get us fined. But don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be right back, enjoying this last 15 minutes of the Tap In. It's your boy Ray Nitti filling in for Jazz Tyler. We'll be right
Milwaukee
back.
business owners, this is your moment. Every Friday at 8 a.m., call in to 101.7 The Truth for What the Business Is. Tell us what your business is, where you're located, and one thing you've learned along the way. What the Business is powered by We Energies, delivering the energy that powers local business. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth. Fridays at 8 a.m. on 101.7 The Truth.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. Improving lives so everyone can thrive. Where more people can gain access to healthcare and nutritious food for their tables. Where more community members can benefit from financial education and get connected to local resources for housing support. And where children are given more chances to reach their full potential. Community is where we find our strength and where we share our hope. United is the way. Visit unitedway.org.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Tap In. It's your boy Ray Nitti filling in for Jazz Tyler. Man, we had a pretty good show today, man. I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was pretty nervous about today. I was like, we coming in, we gonna make it happen. But what are conversations every couple should have before a problem forces them to have it? What is it going to be? Somebody said, they was talking about more health examples like sickle cell. Somebody says, for example, if they're facing health issues that the partner may need assistance with long term, someone may not want to sign up for it or reproduce with that person. That's fair. Like if you got to get, I don't know, somebody might not want to give you your diabetes shot in your stomach every day. Somebody might not want to do that. I think y'all segment would be lit. I think they would. We're going to figure it out. I'll be wondering what do these people be pointing and laughing at when they just be outside the glass? It's like, y'all don't realize y'all the ones that look funny. Closing thoughts, y'all. Closing thoughts for the day. A healthy relationship isn't measured by whether conflict happens. It's measured by how people communicate, take accountability, and move forward when it does. One thing my wife always used to tell me is like, I don't want to hear I'm sorry. I want to see changed behavior. And that stuck out. That stuck out with me. It was like, so now you like hesitant before you say sorry for something. You're like, dang, I gotta say sorry again. But did the behavior change? So change behavior. Change behavior. And that's what I've been working on getting better at. Still leave some socks around the house and stuff like that. Still working on stuff like that. Still use her socks occasionally. So That behavior hasn't changed yet. I don't feel like I should have to wash dishes if I have kids. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. If I got kids, I don't feel like I got to wash dishes. I'm just saying. When I had to wash dishes, we didn't even have a dishwasher. And we had about 12 people living in the house. But like I said, a healthy relationship isn't measured by whether conflict happens. It's measured by how people communicate, take accountability, and move forward when it does. How do we communicate? How do you take accountability? How do you move forward? Communicate healthy by making sure that, Amanda in the chat, by making sure that you communicate your issues, problems, discrepancies in a healthy manner that isn't becoming combative or just each other starting to insult each other, because that's how things escalate. I feel like we're going to have a conversation about dishes when I get home. She says, until they're gone, then who go wash them? is what she said. The dishwasher will. The dishwasher will wash them. And my wife's the boss in the house, man. I just live there and do as I'm told, or kind of do as I'm told. They haven't tell me a few times. It is a lot of humans walking around. A healthy relationship isn't measured by whether conflict happens. It's measured by how people communicate, take accountability, and move forward. As we said, communicate healthy, no violence, things of that nature. Take accountability. What does take accountability mean? Like, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize. I did mess up. I didn't put that away. Take accountability. Don't say, oh yeah, but I feel like that should be a thing. Accountability doesn't come with buts, right? That should be a thing. If you take an accountability, don't add no buts to it. Just take accountability. And then when it's time to have the discussion that you want to have, then you'll discuss it. But remember it. Remember it. Remember to have your part of the conversation, because sometimes we have to give our partners the space to say what they need to say and not just rebuttal right away, because then sometimes it can feel like you're just saying something because you want to get your stuff off and not hear that person. And then that person feels not listened to. 833-212-1017. If you got any last thoughts, please call us up. If you got a text message, text us. We will read your text online. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube page, 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Could also follow us on Facebook. Follow the Tap In on IG. What they saying in the chat? Oh, they say you did a good job holding it down for 3 hours. Great topic. CC, thanks for the topic, CC. They said great topics. We almost had a discrepancy about these topics. Happy wife equals happy life. Unharmed husband is crazy. That's crazy work. I saw anybody follow Wallow? Wallow said anybody who subscribed to that happy wife, happy life thing, he's like, that's a nut. He's like, that person goofy. Bruh. He's like, I don't believe in that happy wife. He's like, yeah, your wife should be happy, but don't forget about your happiness, is what he was saying. Look, Cece looked around the screen like what are you trying to say? I ain't saying nothing, Keisha. I ain't saying nothing, Keisha. Yeah, he was saying, don't forget yourself in the happy wife, happy life. Because like, all right, if you're not happy, how do you keep your wife happy? So, happy wife, happy life. An unharmed husband is crazy work, though. Unharmed husband. Does that mean not really a city? Does that mean like I'm not getting beat? Is that what you you say keep her happy so I don't get beat? That's what it sounded like, man. But yeah, don't forget about your happiness. In relationships, it's about understanding each other, giving each other the opportunity to be heard, the opportunity to share, the opportunity to listen, and the opportunity to feel respected and feel safe. We want to give our partners a safe space where they can feel like they could grow with us in the past, present, and future. I said the Boyneses are the modern day Huxtables. I don't know if Bill got a reputation. Bill the Pill is what they called him. Balance. Somebody said Keisha. But yeah, man, had a good time today. Once again, get well, Jazzy. Happy birthday, Ivy. Happy birthday, Homer Blow. Make sure you all are following us on YouTube, 101.7 The Truth. Subscribe, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, please. And bring a friend, too, when you come into the YouTube chat. Bring a friend. She says, if the wife is happy, she will take care of you. 100%. Even when she pissed off, she take care of me. She might not want to. But that's our time, y'all. Tuned in to the Tap In. I'm going live tonight on YouTube. Follow me, man. My YouTube page, Ray Nitti. Follow me on YouTube, Ray Nitti. And Instagram. And then follow the Lunch Break on Facebook as well. Follow the Tap In on IG. We out. It's like, you ain't even want to talk. Now you won't get off the mic. We trying to go. All right, y'all. That's our time. See you tomorrow.